How you doing, everyone? Just going to do a quick video. A subject that has been ravaging many brain, many head amongst the fads community, and I imagine probably even wider, and that's desire versus motivation. A lot of talk about when you're motivated or unmotivated, and whether you have that desire to get where you would like to go. So when we talk about desire and motivation, there's some kind of thoughts that come to my head. I posted this in Fit As Your Dad's last night. I think it's a few key steps that certainly ring true in myself. So the first thing you've got to think about is desire is the beginning of all achievement. So it's no hope, no wish, but it's like an burning desire to kind of get where you want to go. When we think about your goals and the things that you're hoping to achieve, I think you can break it down to kind of 4 steps. So the first thing is about having a mission, a vision. So where is the end place? What does that look like when you picture that? Where is it you're hoping to kind of end up down the road? So is it that you feel severely overweight, or you've been in a dark place for your mental health and you're looking to be at this place where you're living a happier life, you're a better role model, you have climbed Mount Everest, or you have cycled from Land's End to John O'Groats. What is that end thing? Where is it that when you close your eyes and you have that vision, where is it that you're heading? The second thing is motivate to act. So why is that your thing? So it's easy to kind of have someone else's vision. So when you're looking for kind of motivation and you're thinking, right, what is it? Where is it I'm heading? What is it I want to do? It's easy that you look around you when you're kind of struggling for imagination and you embrace other people's. The difficulty with that is when you do that, you're not going to be able to push yourself the same. You will look for a way out easier. There'll be various things will hold you back because it doesn't mean something deep inside here. So you need to be motivated to act. So when we talk about, if you, for example, use my own example, so turning 40 was my motivation to act. So being severely unfit, unhealthy, overweight, these different factors, these were and I did not want that to be how I was identified anymore inside my head. So my vision was to be the fittest and healthiest I'd ever been when I turned 40. The motivation to act was I didn't want to remain the same. I didn't want to that's not how I wanted to continue. So that was continually my motivation when that journey began. Third thing, really important. So you identify your vision, you find out why you're motivated to act, and you begin your journey. Suddenly you feel an injury, you feel you've got stuff going on at home, there's different kind of curveballs that can be thrown at you. Now, the common thing that happens is you lose all hope and you kind of throw the towel in, you go back to the old ways. What you can do to counter that is take a break. So, and that is, when I say take a break, that's no take a 1 month leave from the journey that you've decided to make changes to. That's about you making a choice about how you're going to respond to that situation. So saying to yourself, this isn't going to take the car off the road here. I am going to take a couple of days to refocus, remind myself of the first 2 rules, which is what's the vision, why am I motivated to act. It could be you just need to give your body a rest. If you've thrown yourself into some sort of fitness regime and you haven't been doing anything for a couple of years, then there's a real chance that your body will say, what the hell are you doing? And you may just need to give yourself a couple of days rest. There's nothing wrong with that. It may be, if you've suddenly kind of taken up running and stuff like that, maybe you just spend a couple of days going nice long walks with the dog, fresh air, clear the head, chat it out to your partner or something like that, but just get yourself to because what we do is we overanalyze, and we allow the chimp brain to wreak havoc in here. So we allow it to say, yeah, you're rubbish, you don't even know why you're bothering with this, and it's telling that other side, maybe I'm rubbish, maybe I was being stupid even starting this, I'm just going to give this up, I'm worthless, no you're no, you're having a bad couple of days, and you're just tired mentally and physically, and you just need to kind of stop beating yourself up. David Goggins uses that quote, you go to the cookie jar, so you, not literally, or maybe literally, depending how good the cookies are, but that's about kind of actually taking stock of how well you have been doing. So some people like to write that down, and just say, here's what I've done. Some people like to track on apps like Strava and things like that, if it's kind of fitness, so they can see their progress, they can see it's almost a bit of accountability, they can see how well they've been doing. So how they respond it can then be a lot better. Well, actually, I've been doing okay. I ran this, I walked so many miles, I cycled this, I went to the pool, I had time with the kids 2 or 3 times with no phones and different things like that, whatever it is, whatever your thing is. And the fourth is get results and reward yourself. So what does that mean? Right, well, that's simple, so if you have a long-term vision, and yes, you have identified why you're motivated to get to that vision, and you're taking breaks, all the different stuff, but sometimes if you set the target and it's too far away, it's easy to lose that motivation, and it's easy to lose hope that you're not getting anywhere. So when we talk about getting results, and at Fitters for Dads, we talk about setting goals, weekly goals, so they are achievable milestones that you can fill your head full of endorphins, give yourself a sense of achievement, and actually start to feel really good about yourself. And with that may be that you attach a bit of delayed self-gratification. So you may actually say, if you're looking to eat a bit better, you're maybe saying to yourself, well, what I intend to do is can try to stay in a good calorie deficit this week, go to the gym a couple of times. And what I'm going to do is come Saturday, I'm going to reward myself. I'm not going to allow the wheels to come right off, but I'm going to reward myself because I've worked really, really hard, and I know that I've earned that. So, it's important that you give yourself. What we do is, for example, I encourage the guys on a Wednesday. And why do we do it on a Wednesday? Okay, so we set the goals on a Wednesday, and the reason for that, and speaking about this yesterday, is what do we know? Monday's an absolute write-off. Monday, you don't speak to me, just leave me, I'm back at work, or whatever it is, back to getting the kids to school and stuff like that. So Monday's a write-off, there's no point. Tuesday, you're starting to gather steam again, so you're starting to kind of get the engine revved up, you're starting to feel a bit better. Wednesday's the day where we lock in the goals. So Wednesday to Wednesday in Fitters for Dad's world is where we lock in those goals. So we pick 3, we urge the guys to pick 3 achievable steps that they can do that takes them towards step 1 and 2, which is your vision, and also away from the reason why you were motivated to act. So we can have guys that say that they're going to do something with their partner or their kids, or walk so many miles, or run a 5k, or get a PB, or do whatever it is. Whatever it is, it needs to be important to them and something that they intend to do during that week. So even if they get 1, that's 1 small result, that's one small kind of sense of achievement and progress towards the first 2 steps. So these are the important kind of things for me in terms of how you can keep yourself on track, and it's really, really important, I think, that you write this stuff down. It's very, very easy to kind of lose track of where you are and kind of beat yourself up What we're really good at doing is overthinking, and feeling like we're getting nowhere, losing hope, can get emotional. One little niggle can feel like our legs falling off. One wrong turn or bad blow feels like we're being consumed by self-pity. And what we say about self-pity is that's a dead-end road. So the only way you get yourself out of that kind of one-way street is getting yourself reversed right back out of that, because there is no friends in there. It's a lonely place, and even when you try to kind of communicate how you feel, it will just sound like, come on. So I hope this kind of helps. It's just a small snippet of my thoughts around desire and motivation. Remember, it's all about your response. So if you're beginning your journey, man, woman, child, whatever it is, if you're beginning your journey, you will have days where you are totally not feeling it. That's okay. Maybe that's your take a break days. But remember, it's about how you respond. Keep everything in context. Remind yourself you're doing fantastic. The fact that you've began to think about making changes tells you all you need to know about how far you can go. And the last thing I would say is, when you fully unlock your potential, when you fully unlock your talent and desire, your potential is limitless. So you can go as far as you want to go. We've saw in the first year at Fireside Dads, the remarkable turnaround that we've had in men. We've turned people into absolute machines from nothing. And I guess the last thing I was thinking about there, the kind of, remember when we're talking about that winning the battle in your head, remember that this is often the whether or not you can or can't is usually down to the battle that's going on in your head. So you've got the you that's telling you can't do it and that you need to quit and looking for that to rage that chaos, and then you've got the you that can quietly respond and say, no, you've got this, no, you can do this, and you're going to do this. So you need to actually just take that moment, breathe, think about how you want to respond, ask yourself, am I really panicking as much as I think I am? Am I really that out of control? Listen to the you that's saying, no, you are totally all over this. Take your time. Maybe you just need to break that goal down into a smaller chunk and then go about it. That's all from me. I hope this helps. Usually we just put this content on the Fit Your Stads page. We're going to start sharing maybe some of this on the wider platforms and see if it helps people. Okay, have a brilliant day.